Hey guys, coming to you from the shop today to talk to you about this brand new 4-seat Revolution chassis we've got going on. Really exciting because this is the first time that we've put a hood and grille from an actual vehicle on something chassis wise in a while. Been doing a lot of the Jeep builds with Jeep chassis builds and whatnot, but this is a full tube chassis buggy with a FJ40 hood and grille on it. Zack Roy come to me and was like, he loves the FJ40, but he wanted a buggy. So we got the hood in, we scanned the hood and then threw it on top of our Rev 2.0 chassis. And then we designed out the cowl and the door piece and all that and made this really low check mark kind of body line in it that actually turned out to be one of my favorite things about the whole buggy. Another thing that we really get right here in this low check mark, you get really good visibility. Sitting in the driver's seat, we actually took the time and stretched out some of the middle of this buggy and redesigned some stuff that has been just something that we wanted to update a little bit from the Rev 2.0. And furthermore, moving down the line, may even be like a Rev 3.0 version or something else that's got some updated things about seat position and stuff like that, because we've drawn this thing. We're cutting all the interior pieces out of aluminum and stuff with a laser cutter to where it makes a lot simpler interior kit and everything else. And we kind of want to make that to where a guy at home can have those kits to do a build himself. So got a lot more seat room out of the front, got better seating position out of the back with narrowing up the frame rails to where the seat sat a little bit lower and a few other things there. But this thing is really, really, really cool for the fact of it is coilovers, bypasses, air bumps front and rear, 4-wheel steer, crane magnum 14 bolts front and rear, with the big belt RCVs. So really, really, really awesome axle package. Then you've got the shock package of the coilovers and bypasses, 2.5-inch bypass with 3 tubes with 3/4 tubes on them. So ought to be getting a really good ride out of it, but then 4-wheel steering and the rock crawling link geometry from a Rev chassis, which this thing ought to be a great crawler as well. So back seat in it, fully enclosed back seat where the kids can't get their hands out or nothing else. Fuel tank with a storage tray above it. We've got a speaker bar in it. You'll see whenever they do the other footage that this thing's got the big Garmin GPS in it. It's the Garmin Race GPS. First time we've ever used that. Pretty excited about it. Holly dash, full rugged radio set up to where 4 people can put on headsets and talk when we're driving this thing. And all the push to talk co-drivers. And then where if you hit the push to talk, you can talk out to other radios. People have got the other radios on that same band. LT engine from Mast Motorsports, Turbo 400 and an Atlas, which is kind of our norm right now. We've actually got some production LT headers on this thing that I'm really excited about. So it is the very first set of LT shorty block hugger header that I've seen. We're actually producing those, or having them produced for us. And we've actually brought them in, built the first set, sent them back. They sent us something back. We've modified it, sent it back again. So we've really worked with a company and we got it just the perfect fit on that deal. KC lights on this thing all the way around. Really like working with them. It's a really high quality light, made right here in America. And they've got a lot of different options for what we're doing. So carrying on with that KC brand, we're starting to stock a lot of stuff with them and where you guys can pick that stuff up, and we've got it here on the shelf. PRP seats in it as always. And then but this thing has got a lot of little detail works in it. The front shock mounts on this is the first time we ever used the little pocket milling that we're starting to do on a lot of our brackets and tabs now. And we tried to play it through on some of the theme of the buggy the whole way through and just really, really like it. The front bumper, it's got it integrated into that, where the front tube piece that actually unbolts to where you can get the grill in and out of it. It's actually one of my favorite pieces on it, just a little detail piece. But just as an overall, great lines on the buggy. Really awesome setup that it's got all the options of full wheel steer, coilovers, bypasses, self-center and rear steer, the whole 9 yards right here in one package. And just the fit and the finish of it, the panel works second to none. And we're really excited about seeing kind of a different buggy roll out. These buggies that are really unique and individual, they're getting harder and harder to come by, where everybody's going to these, you know, more of a production line chassis. And we've got our own production stuff too, but these really kind of one-off theme type deals are pretty cool to do every once in a while. So really excited about it, really ready to kind of turn it loose. We're fixing to break it down from here. It goes paint, powder coat. It'll get skid plates put on the sides and on the bottoms and everything while it's flipped over upside down. Colors on this one, I think the owners picked out something that's pretty wild. I'm kind of excited to see that, something with some bright colors to it. So I'm excited to have that coming out of the shop. Everything we've been doing here lately has been pretty neutral colors, which is really pretty, but it's also really nice to throw something wild in there every once in a while. So as a nutshell, really just proud of all the effort and everything else that's went into this. And I'm really proud of all the detail work and the fit and finish of how this buggy right here turned out. All the edges on the aluminum is really nice and everything else. So looking forward to getting this thing tore down, blown apart, welded out, and fully built up and come right back together.